This dying girl was the last surviving human on this desert planet. Her father prayed to the gods, hoping for water and food to save his daughter. But even as his daughter was buried in the sand, the gods never answered. As the father Gore lay in the desert waiting to die, he heard a voice calling from behind. Following the sound, he discovered an oasis in the barren desert. Gore saw fruit on the ground and rushed to devour it, but didn't notice a man appearing before him. When he finally realized, it was the very god he worshipped. Gore told the god about his planet's suffering, begging for the gift of eternity. But instead, he got only mockery from the god and his followers. They were feasting and celebrating, having just killed the wielder of the Necrosword. This cursed Necrosword possessed the power to kill gods. Humiliated beyond measure, Gore finally saw through the gods and ripped off his faith necklace. But this act enraged the god, who grabbed him by the throat. Just as Gore was about to suffocate, the Necrosword suddenly became shrouded in darkness, then flew through the air, landing in Gore's hand and piercing the god's throat. Now Gore became the Necrosword's new master. He vowed to slaughter all the gods. Meanwhile, Thor received a distress call from his friend Sif. Thor took Korg with him, using Stormbreaker to teleport to Sif's planet. Sif told Thor, the god butcher was actually Gore. He wanted to kill all the gods. His next target was Thor's newly established Asgard. Gore the god butcher arrived at Asgard with the Necrosword. He plunged the Necrosword into the ground, and countless giant monsters emerged from below. In this critical moment, Thor and Korg teleported in using the Bifrost. Seeing Thor's return, the warriors instantly rallied. Then a hammer crackling with lightning flew through the crowd, smashing the tree monsters. Thor thought it was his hammer, but when he tried to call it back, it wouldn't obey. The next second, Mjolnir flew into a woman's hands. She was the mighty Thor with the same powers as Thor. While Thor spotted the god butcher in the distance, he grabbed his axe and charged. With mighty Thor and Valkyrie joining the fight, the god butcher retreated underground to the Shadow Realm. In that place, the god butcher's power was incredibly strong. The group stole Zeus's Thunderbolt, then immediately headed to the Shadow Realm. When they arrived, they realized it was a trap, because Stormbreaker's Bifrost was the key to opening the gates of eternity. The god butcher's goal was to steal Stormbreaker and open the gates of eternity. The god butcher emerged from the darkness. Thor engaged him in fierce combat. Both Valkyrie and mighty Thor were injured. Thor summoned the Bifrost to escape, but as they were leaving, the god butcher grabbed Thor's Stormbreaker. Though Thor's group made it back to Asgard, the god butcher had found the gates of eternity. Thor took the Thunderbolt and went alone to find the god butcher. The god butcher was opening the gates of eternity. Thor confronted him to stop him, but without Stormbreaker, Thor couldn't match the Necrosword's power. The god butcher knocked Thor to the ground. The gates of eternity opened. The god butcher entered. Gore knelt down, ready to wish for all gods to die. Thor shouted out, "You don't need to bury your love for revenge. You could wish to eternity to bring back your daughter." Gore remembered his daughter. In that moment, he let go of revenge and wished to eternity to resurrect his daughter.